Hey, Jordan Bench here, jordanbench.com. In this video, I want to share with you an app that I use. Is actually the Audio Bible dramatized version of the KJV. Now, one of the reasons why I like this app is because it's dramatized. So a lot of times whenever you listen to the audio Bibles, especially the King James, sometimes it's like this man with a deep voice who's monotone, and when you listen to it, you're not really grabbing it. Or sometimes when you listen to audio Bibles, it uses your phone's whatever, if it's Samsung or whatever your phone has for whatever the voice narration is, it's like that robotic sound. So those things, to me, I will never listen to. But if it's dramatized, I will listen to it because it's something that I can actually get into. So this app is really neat because, one, it's in red letter, and two, it actually goes through the verses as it reads. So it just goes right on through and it shows you where you're at. So if you're someone who likes the King James Version, then this app is for you, and it's free for the King James. So let me go ahead and get into it. It's actually called Bible by TechCarta. It's this blue app right here, kind of like right in the middle of all my apps. I'll go ahead and click on it. Bible by TechCarta. All right, let me minimize myself. Yep. Okay. So right now you're looking at like your regular Bible, and I am in the King James Version. It shows that right down there in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. This is from my phone view, by the way. Now this is actually pretty neat because I can click on several verses. I can highlight them, and if I want to hit the little plus sign, I have several options here to where I can share it. I can look at it from a parallel of another translation. When you copy and paste it, it actually does a really good job of not like tacking on a whole bunch of other words or things that like other Bible apps will do that you typically have to erase. So this one doesn't do that. It's pretty cool. So I don't need those. So I'll just go ahead and show you exactly what this sounds like. So I'll hit the plus sign. This is the dramatized version right here. Begin with verse 1.
The Acts of the Apostles. Acts 1. The former treatise have I made, O Theophilus, of all that Jesus began both to do and teach, until the day in which he was taken up, after that he through the Holy Ghost had given commandments unto the apostles whom he had chosen, to whom also he showed himself alive after his...
Okay, so what I want to show you was just that there's music in the background. The guy is not like, it's not that boring, and it actually goes through verse by verse by verse as you read, which is really beneficial because if you're listening and you're trying to like read at the same time, it's easy for you to stay like with where you're at and you don't get lost. So that's a really cool feature that this app, or that this app has. There are other versions too besides the King James, but I do know you have to pay for them. So I'll show you this. If I click on where it says Acts, right here's how you select whatever chapter you want to go to or whatever book you want to go to. There's a little pinwheel with a whole bunch of like options of how you want to, your layout of it. Also, so let's say I click on King James. Oops, there we go. So you have other translations you can get to. I know that New Living Translation towards the top. I think that's a newer one, and that is actually a dramatized version as well. Some of these aren't dramatized. It uses your phone's audio, which is like, that robotic sound. But for a lot of these, you do have to pay for them. Like if I hit info, okay, so it's $8 for that one. And then English Standard Version, you're looking at $8 again. I think some of these are maybe a little bit cheaper, maybe not. Oh, that one's 99 cents. But I don't know if that one actually does like the dramatized version. So it does have other translations you can use, but for me, if I'm using the King James, then I'll pretty much use this one because it works out pretty well. Let's see if I hit the home button. You have Bible notifications. You can remove ads if you want. A lot of times people will do that because ads get annoying, but it's a way for you to support them. If I hit the little pinwheel down here, come on, there we go. Let's see here. So you can get study Bibles, you can get devotional Bibles, commentaries. I typically don't use any of those things. I'm just using it for exactly what I'm telling you, just to listen to the dramatized version of this. If you look up top too, you'll see how there's a little moon, so you can change the way that the screen looks, makes it easier on your eyes. And then there's a parallel thing too. So if you hold it in landscape, it'll show you two different Bible versions that you can compare them side by side. So this app is called Bible by TechCarta. It's a good app. I don't know if it's on iOS, but I do know it's on Android because that's what I use. But anyways, if you like the King James, if you like the dramatized version, then go ahead and download this app. It's actually a really good one to use. And I like the fact that it has red letter, and I like that it actually scrolls through so I can actually keep up with it and I know what's going on. I don't think this app used to do that. It actually it had a feature to where it would do like an auto scroll, so it wouldn't highlight the verses for you, but it would just scroll through. So they must have made like an improvement on this. So anyways, if you like this video, then go ahead and give it a like, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions for me or any other app suggestions, go ahead and comment that below. And I will see you in the next video.